The Eagles said their goal is to get back to the Super Bowl and win it this year. Well, if you're going to do that, you need elite pass rushers. Teams that go to Super Bowls have guys that can get the quarterbacks. And if the Eagles truly are all in, you got to keep Haason Reddick.
Dallas still stinks.
You with the way, King Dingbat here. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. We hanging out. You know, there's nothing better on earth than beating the Dallas Cowboys at every phase of football. I don't care if it's on the field. I don't care if it's off the field. I don't care if it's in free agency. I don't care if it's in trades, the draft, the weight room, the locker room, the air they breathe, the food they eat. The wives are more loyal. It better beating the Cowboys at everything. And then drinking Cowboys tears to top it off is just stupendous. Pinky up when you drink. Always pinky up. Show you have class. Just like the mafia. They say pinky up, then they go kill a bunch of people, but we'll forget about that part. Now, what am I talking about? Well, once again, the Eagles prove to be the cream of the crop when it comes to the NFC East and pretty much the whole league. Once again, beating the Dallas Cowboys at just about everything. Just about everything. Did you guys see this, right? There's a report card that comes out every year done by the players, and basically what it does is it rates the teams and gives them a report card on how well they did. Well, the Eagles finished in 4th place, okay, of this report card. Here were the overall grades for the NFLPA survey. The Dolphins were 1. That's because they live in Miami. The Vikings 2. That's because they can never go outside. They better have everything around them because it's too cold. The 3 were the Packers. 4 were the Eagles. Now, you look at the Eagles at 4. You got the Giants at 8. And then, boom, at 12, the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are a top 12 organization. The Eagles are a top 4 organization, okay? And this is the kind of report card that they give. And there was some reason why I wanted to actually talk about this, right? Here were the grades that the Eagles got this year. For treatment of families, they got a grade of a C. Now, my understanding is, sorry if I'm losing my voice, but my understanding of this is that this has to do mainly with, I guess, daycare arrangements on game days and things like that. I think it could be a little bit better. But we'll see if that goes up. But I think that's pretty much the main reason why they got a C there. Food cafeteria, A. Nutritionist, dietitian, maybe except for Jordan Davis, B. Locker room, B-. Training room, B+. Training staff, A-. Weight room, A-. Strength coach, A-. Team travel, C. I think that had to do with, I guess the amount of room some guys feel that they have. But here's the interesting one, and this is what I wanted to bring this up. If you look at the head coach, it gets an A. It's getting an A. Nick Sirianni's getting an A. So you have a coach here who we're trying to figure out why they brought him back. He lost the locker room, all that kind of stuff. He must be doing something right if the team is giving him an A. The players are giving him an A. I think that's a good thing, and it says a lot. And then ownership, of course, they got an A. And I think Jeffrey Lurie is a great owner. I mean, the guy tries to go out, he tries to win. So the Eagles are a top 5 organization. You can honestly say, yes, the Eagles are a legit top 5 organization, while the Dallas Cowboys are what? A top 12 organization. So, yeah, the Eagles win again, and I absolutely love it. Now, with this being a top 5 organization, you may see Cowboy players start to want to come to Philly. They may say, man, I need to get where it's nice, where I can breathe, and the air is better, and the food is better, and the women are more loyal, and the weight room, and the locker room, and all this stuff. They may say, it's time to go to Philly. And I got to say, the Eagles need to be very careful of this. There was an article in Bleeding Green Nation. And in Bleeding Green Nation, they were suggesting the Eagles landing Tony Pollard. Now, I have to say, I would absolutely be 100,000 zillion billion gajillion % against this. I would much rather have DeAndre Swift than Tony Pollard. I think after Pollard's injury, it really hurt him. I don't think he's the same running back. I don't think he's a legit number one running back. And I know that sounds bad, but I just truly believe it. I would stay away from Tony Pollard. If you're going to go out and get a running back, at the very least, bring DeAndre Swift in, you know. The whole thing with the running back market, truthfully, the whole thing with the running back market is going to be about how devalued has the position become. Has it become so devalued that a guy like Howie Roseman looks at it and says, I'm actually getting a bargain for signing a guy like Saquon Barkley or DeAndre Swift or Derrick Henry or something to that effect. But please, for the love of God and everything that is holy, do not bring in Tony Pollard. I just have to say that. I have to get that out. I have to be on record for that, okay? Because I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Now, as many of you guys know, Combine is going on. I think tomorrow we're going to start seeing some of the drills live. I think the linebackers are running tomorrow. Now, the Eagles did meet with Jeremiah Trotter. Trotter Jr., of course. They did meet with Edrin Cooper. Both guys met with Philly. And Edrin Cooper, man, there's more to come on Edrin Cooper later because I love this kid. I love what I'm seeing from this kid. I was watching some of his games. But Trotter met with him, Cooper met with him, and here's my thought. A lot of people are blowing up, well, the Eagles are interviewing this guy, the Eagles are interviewing that guy. The Eagles interview a ton of players at the Combine. I don't get all worked up about that. When I think it has some meaning is when they start coming in for visits. So we'll see what they act like when they come in for visits. But here's what Cooper and Jeremiah Trotter Jr. said about meeting the Eagles.
He's told me stories about, when he played for Eagles, I've been told different things and like the great time he had with that organization. The Eagles, they're a great team, great club, and it'd be a blessing to be able to play for them as well.
Have you had a chance to talk to the Eagles by chance, or have a meeting with them at all for that? How'd that go? Talking to Nick and Howie and those guys.
It went extremely well. Great coaches in there. Just like I was saying with all the other coaches. Everybody's trying to get to know each other. Just see the type of player I am. And just going from there.
So both guys would love to play for a top 4 organization, or as they say in Canada and in hockey, organization. They would love to play for this organization, okay? So I would take both guys. If I get one of those guys second, third round, I'm all for it, especially if you can score big time in free agency, another linebacker. Now, the big buzz for the Eagles, and I think a lot of teams in the NFL, is Haason Reddick. The talk of Haason Reddick, what is happening with Haason Reddick, and the fact of the matter is this. Haason Reddick is going to have a lot of interest, and he's going to have a lot of interest from teams that want to win a Super Bowl. Teams that think that they can win want to go out and get an elite pass rusher. So why on earth would the Eagles, who are trying to hopefully win a Super Bowl, why would they want to trade a elite pass rusher? I don't get it. But here's what Josina Anderson said. I am told several teams have expressed interest in trading for pound Eagles linebacker Haason Reddick per source. Pound NFL scouting combine. Pound my ass. Because pause. But man, it just annoys the crap out of me. Like, what, are we really considering this? I mean, if you listen to Howie, it really sounds like they don't have an idea whether he's going to come back or not. Like, this thing is really up in the air. And I hate it. I can't think of Super Bowl winning teams that spent the offseason prior unloading double-digit sack guys. And I believe Haason Reddick is an elite pass rusher. He's had 4 straight double-digit sack seasons on 3 different teams. Do you know how hard that is? Okay, now you might say, well, they're not going to use him right. Then you should fire the coach. I don't care if you just fired the defensive coach. If you can't use your players to their skill level, then what are you doing here? You're going to trade Reddick, and then all of a sudden you're going to need 2 pass rushers. You already need another pass rusher to go along with Reddick. You don't trade him, you keep him. And I truly hope that the Eagles level heads will prevail, because this is a team that could be $60 million under the cap. This is a team that for at least one more year has 2 unbelievable wide receivers. You don't know what's going to happen with A.J. Brown in the future when you have to give Devontae Smith his extension. And I'm not talking about because of any off the field or him being a diva or anything like that. It has nothing to do with that. Simply based upon paying receivers, 2 receivers, $20 million or more. I don't know that that's going to happen. So you have him for one more year. You have to take advantage. You have to take advantage and go out and make sure you get a Super Bowl. You do everything you can do to try to win a Super Bowl. So I don't see how Haason Reddick is possibly traded unless you have a plan to nail, 2 pass rushers that will come in and not just give you a total of Reddick's numbers, but like double. Okay? So to me, I mean, I'm keeping Haason Reddick, and I'm going to try to get like Chase Young for a year to be my 3rd pass rusher. Can't get rid of him, but it looks like there's a lot of buzz with Haason Reddick possibly going. And I got to tell you, I don't like it. I'm against it. And I don't see what the Eagles could get that would even make this okay. So hopefully this is just a lot of talk. This is just a lot of hype. And at the end of the day, the Eagles will do the right thing. Because to me, as soon as you get rid of Haason Reddick, I look at it like you took a step back. You now have created another hole and another problem on defense. I don't know. I just think, man, your best playmaker on defense, and we're talking about trading him, it makes me nervous and it makes me uneasy. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but that's kind of what's going on. And yes, I will be streaming the Combine Friday and Saturday. Like I said, me and Joey Shakes will be doing that. It should be a lot of fun. I couldn't get off tomorrow to do the linebackers. I really wanted to, but we will definitely be talking about what we see. Of course, I have the 100K cigar live stream that's going on 8:30 p.m. Eastern Thursday night. That's tomorrow night. I may or may not have a video between this video and that stream, but definitely come hang out with me. Should be a lot of fun, and I really look forward to it. And we'll see. Hopefully the Eagles and cooler heads prevail with Haason Reddick. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. I mean, when they realistically talk about trading Haason Reddick, like what value? What value are we talking about, really? Are we talking about a first-round pick? No, I don't think so. Are we talking about a second-round pick? I don't even think we're talking about that. So you're probably talking about a third-round pick, something like that. That makes me nervous. I don't see how you can possibly get any value by trading Haason Reddick. I would prefer to keep Reddick, not do his contract, and let him just play out the last year before I would trade him. That's just the honest truth. Now, I prefer, number one, to get him an extension, but I'm just not giving him away. I'm just not doing it. Denzel Washington out.